The road plays a crucial role in the transportation of goods and services between countries.
And there are few places that bring you closer to the sea than your experience at the Atlantic Road.
What if I told you there are some roads that seem to defy logic and gravity? The roads appear to climb uphill, even though they are clearly going downhill. While that sounds impossible, it's not.
From the cable car you'll have the perfect view of the city, farmland and heaven's door, the oval opening or arch, in the side of the mountain.
And I assure you, this won't be a scene from a sci-fi movie. These roads are very real, and they exist right here on our planet. So, let's not waste any more time and get in. Number 1, North Yungas Road, Bolivia. There's a road so dangerous out there in the world that it's called the Death Road. It's the North Yungas Road in Bolivia, where nearly 300 people lose their lives each year. This 56-kilometer road has dizzying drops on one side and towering cliffs on the other. It climbs to a jaw-dropping 15,260 feet before plunging to just 3,900 feet. But even all these death threats have failed to scare the daredevil. Since the 1990s, thousands of thrill seekers, mostly bikers, have taken on this road for an adrenaline rush they'll never forget.
Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week.
The road cuts through lush forests, going from La Paz to the Bolivian Amazon. It was built by prisoners in the 1930s, but it lacks safety rail, and only here do drivers keep to the left to better see the edge. So, would you take the death road, or is this thrill one step too far? Number 2, Guanshi Highway, China. The Guanshi Highway is exactly the road that will make your palms sweat and your heart pound.
This is the Guangxing Highway in Guizhou. It stretches 160 kilometers from Guoliang to Shenji.
Guanshi Highway is built on the edge of steep cliffs, curving through tall mountain, with a deep gorge below. You can experience how every turn feels intense, and when it comes to climbing uphill, it's quite the thrill. The steepest part of the highway crosses a gorge that's 400 meters deep, with a bridge hanging 366 meters above the ground. In just over 100 kilometers, there are 88 bridges and 13 tunnels to go through. The view is absolutely stunning from above. Vehicles shake as they drive across it, and even the most skilled drivers need to stay super focused to avoid accidents. So, drivers out there, how many of you would dare to take on this highway? Number 3, Atlantic Ocean Road, Norway. What would it feel like to drive on the road calmly and experience ocean waves crashing over it? Yes, you can experience just that at Norway's Atlantic Road, often called the world's most beautiful drive. This 8.3-kilometer stretch winds over islands across 8 dramatic bridges and connects the mainland to Averroes. This road was built between 1983 and 1989, and the construction faced a bunch of major issues. It's now a national tourist route, with stops like El Husoya, where you can walk the soaring path, and a raised trail that seems to float over the landscape. Apart from tourists, this road attracts a significant number of cyclists and hikers, for it offers the coastal nature and the marine animal kingdom close up. It even attracts fishermen, as there are many nice spots to fish with a rod. What would you like to do on the Atlantic Ocean Road? Number 4, Passage du Gois, France. Who needs roller coasters when you can drive on a road that goes underwater? The Leap of Gois is one wild ride. It is an extremely dangerous road that leads to the island of Noirmoutier and is known for going underwater at least twice a day for a couple of hours each time. When the road is closed, the tides rise and cover it with water.
When the road is closed, the tides rise. It's underwater. If you have enough nerve to travel down this road, you should make sure that you plan your trip accordingly.
So, if you're brave enough to drive here, be sure to plan your trip carefully. If you wait too long, you could find yourself stuck in the water when the tide comes in. And if that happens, your chances of getting out safely are pretty much zero. Number 5, Tianmen Mountain Road, China. Tianmen Mountain Road is calling, and it's got 99 twists and turns that'll make your head spin, literally. One of the coolest attractions of Tianmen Mountain Road is the Skywalk, a beautiful glass trail that runs along the mountainside. And you don't want to miss the famous glass bridge that stretches over a canyon. You'll also find 999 steps leading to the world's highest naturally formed arch, known as the Gateway to Heaven. It's 1,265 meters above sea level and looks like a real-life stairway to heaven. To get there, you'll take the cable car or a shuttle bus and then climb those 999 steps. I know it sounds like a workout, but trust me, it's not too hard, and I know you can do it. Number 6, James Dalton Highway, Alaska, USA. If you think you've seen it all, wait until you hear about the Dalton Highway. This road has stories to tell. The Dalton Highway, or Alaska Route 11, is a massive 414-mile span of road in Alaska.
There I have no words to describe that mountain pass and that drive.
It starts at the Elliott Highway and takes you all the way to Dead Horse, but it was originally called the North Slope Haul Road, built back in 1974 to transport supplies for the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. And this road is so intense that it's been featured on shows like America's Toughest Jobs and World's Most Dangerous Roads. Well, one thing's for sure, this road isn't for the faint-hearted. Number 7, Karakoram Highway, Pakistan, Laos, and China. If you think highways are boring, you haven't seen the Karakoram Highway. The Karakoram Highway is a 1,300-kilometer long road that runs from Hassan Abdal in Pakistan's Punjab province all the way to the Kunjarab Pass in Gilgit-Baltistan, where it crosses into China and becomes China's Highway 314. It's an important link between the two countries and a pretty popular tourist destination too. Why? It's one of the highest paved roads in the world that reaches a peak elevation of 4,514 meters at the Kunjarab Pass. With such extreme heights and the tough conditions during its construction, people often call it the 8th wonder of the world. Now you know why? Number 8, Zojila Pass, India. Who needs winter closures when you've got the Zojila Tunnel on the way? Zojila is a super high mountain pass in the Himalayas. It's located in the Kargil district of Ladakh, India, and it connects the Kashmir Valley to the Dras and Suru valleys on one side and the Indus Valley on the other. Well, during winter, heavy snowfall blocks this road, but guess what? They're building the Zojila Tunnel to keep it open all year round. So now, no more getting stuck in the snow. Number 9, Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. Skipper's Road is perfect for those who crave a bit of danger and a lot of beauty. Constructed between 1883 and 1890, Skipper's Road was a huge engineering achievement back in the day. One stretch of about 3 kilometers involved drilling and blasting through solid rock to create a path 183 meters above the rushing Shotover River. This part of the road is called Pincher's Bluff.
Never been out here before, and from what I know, the views are incredible, and it's one of New Zealand's most dangerous roads.
And the Devil's Elbow, and it's definitely one of the highlights. Now, you won't be able to take rental cars on this narrow, unpaved road, but don't worry, there are plenty of local companies ready to take you up the canyon. Number 10, Halsema Highway, Philippines. Halsema Highway, where every twist and turn brings you closer to the cloud. This highway climbs to about 2,205 meters, or 7,400 feet, above sea level. For years, it held the title of the highest highway in the Philippines until 2019, when the Kiangan-Tinik-Baguias Road took over with a whopping height of 2,429 meters, or 7,069. When you reach Dante Village in Bontoc, the road splits into two. One road takes you to downtown Bontoc, while the other leads you to Sagada, which is about 29 kilometers, or 18 miles further. So, which route would you take, Bontoc or Sagada? Number 11, Leh-Manali Highway, India. A road that's a lifeline for India's military, and a dream for adventure seekers. Yes, it's the Leh-Manali Highway, which is a 428-kilometer-long road that runs through the heart of northern India, connecting Leh to Manali in Himachal Pradesh. This highway is super important for India's defense. It's like a lifeline for the army to reach the India-China border areas. Built and maintained by the Border Roads Organization, this road can even handle the biggest, heaviest military vehicle. Number 12, Fairy Meadows Road, Pakistan. Driving on the Karakoram Highway is already an adventure in itself, but getting to Fairy Meadows? Now, that's a whole new level. This road is often called one of the most dangerous in the world, and it's easy to see why. This road is sitting at an altitude of around 3,300 meters above sea level. Some parts of this road are unstable, super narrow, and packed with sharp twists and turns. Driving this road is a real adrenaline rush, especially in a Jeep, where you feel every bump and twist. So, if you've got a taste for adventure, this might just be your kind of ride. Number 13, Sichuan-Tibet Highway, China. The Sichuan-Tibet Highway is one epic high-altitude road in China. And guess what? This road stretches an impressive 2,142 kilometers, taking you from Chengdu in the east all the way to Lhasa in Tibet in the west. Originally called the Khardung Tibet Highway, this journey gives you a front row seat to some seriously impressive landscape. Now, is it challenging? You bet it is. There's a section with 99 sharp switchback turns that snake down a 38-kilometer stretch. And, oh yes, there are some spots where only one car can squeeze through. It's not exactly a joyride. So, do you think you'd take the Sichuan-Tibet Highway? Number 14, Pattio-Pake Road, Greece. So, you think you're a daredevil? This road might just be the ultimate test of your driving skills. The road from Pattio-Pake to Pattio-Pake in northeastern Greece is known as one of the most dangerous drives in the world. If you're visiting Greece, it's not a road you'll want to try unless you're a very experienced driver. Is it unpaved? Mostly yes. About 20 kilometers of the road is still unpaved, and only 8.8 kilometers is paved, so you can expect a pretty rough ride. Well, if you're looking for an adventure, you could try driving it at night, but heads up, there are no lights to guide the way. Number 15, Stelvio Pass, Italy. Stelvio Pass is one of those places where the drive is just as epic as the destination. This pass reaches an incredible height of 2,757 meters, or about 9,045 feet above sea level. Well, that's pretty high. But it's not just any mountain road. The Stelvio Pass holds the title for the highest paved road in the Eastern Alps, and it's only 7 meters, or about 23 feet, lower than France's famous Col de Turini, which makes it the second highest paved road in all the Alps. So, if you're a road trip enthusiast, the Stelvio Pass should definitely be on your list. Number 16, Kolyma Highway, Russia. It's a place that many people don't know about, but it's famous among motorcycle travelers as a bucket list ride. Yes, I am talking about the Road of Bones, which is known for its tough climate and dangerous roads. So, what makes it famous? Well, it has a dark history. This road was built by prisoners during the Soviet era, from the 1930s to the 1950s. Many of these prisoners were falsely accused of crimes and labeled as enemies of the state. They faced brutal conditions in the harsh cold, with winter temperatures dropping to -50 to -60 degrees Celsius. It's no surprise that many of them didn't survive. Because the ground was frozen solid, it was tough to dig graves. So many bodies were buried right under the road. That's how the name Road of Bones came to be. Number 17, Sani Pass, South Africa. Do you think you can handle one of the toughest drives in the world? If yes, then the Sani Pass is for you. The pass is situated in the majestic Drakensberg Mountain, the highest in southern Africa.
Exhausted, and we just decided, you know what, let's just have a nap. We've got a long trip ahead of us, still quite a few days of driving.
With peaks towering over 3,000 meters. As you start your journey at an elevation of 1,544 meters, you'll climb all the way up to 2,876 meters. That's a rise of about 1,332 meters. Now, the road is steep and mostly gravel, with some sections having a steep incline of up to 1.3. Driving can get really tricky, especially in bad weather, or during winter when snow and ice can make the road even more dangerous. So, in winter, it's best to stay cozy under your blankets. Number 18, Taroko Gorge Road, Taiwan. Have you ever wondered what paradise looks like? Taroko Gorge might just be it. Well, the name Taroko means magnificent and splendid in the language of the local Truku tribe. And trust me, the views here are nothing short of astounding. The road, known as the Jongbu Cross Island Highway, is fully paved and open to all passenger vehicles. But the road is narrow and winding, where some parts are extremely tight. Plus, the cliffs next to the road can be unstable, especially during rain and other circumstances. So, just remember to take it slow and enjoy the ride. Trust me, the scenery is worth every twist and turn. Number 19, Los Caracoles Pass, Chile, Argentina. Los Caracoles is one of those roads that'll have you gripping the wheel and gasping at the view. But what does Los Caracoles mean? Well, Los Caracoles means snails in Spanish. It's one of the most legendary border crossings between the two countries. As you drift along, you'll pass through remote areas with jaw-dropping mountain views. And yes, you'll even see Aconcagua, the highest peak in South America. But is it dangerous? Well, the Chilean side is particularly challenging, often called one of the most winding roads in the world. On the flip side, the Argentine side is a bit easier to handle since it has a gentler slope. Now, are you ready to take on the snails? It's a ride you won't forget. Number 20, Darien Gap. If you think your commute is tough, wait until you hear about the Darien Gap. This is not your average road trip, because it's a tough and dangerous place for people trying to migrate. This area, located on the border between Colombia and Panama, is about 60 miles of dense rainforest, steep mountains, and swamps with no roads. In recent years, many migrants have started using this challenging route to reach the United States. Why? Because traveling by air or sea has become much harder due to tighter security measures. As part of their journey, many migrants make their way across the Chucunaque River by boat to the village of La Penita in Panama. Here, they can receive medical care at a government-run center before continuing their trek north. But hold on, the journey is far from easy. Migrants encounter a ton of dangers, such as difficult terrain, exposure to diseases, and threats from criminal groups. In 2023 alone, over 500,000 people people attempted this trek? Well, it just goes to show how far some people will go for a shot at a better life. Number 21, Transfagarasan Highway, Romania. Transfagarasan isn't just any road. It's a beautifully paved mountain road that cuts through the southern part of the Carpathian Mountains in Romania. The journey kicks off near the village of Baskov, close to Pitești, and stretches about 90 kilometers. That's 56 miles for those keeping tracks, until it meets DN1 and Sibiu. And the best part is this route is situated right between Romania's tallest peaks, Moldoveanu and Negoiu. But wait, this road isn't just about pretty views. It was built in the early 1970s. The Transfagarasan was originally created as a strategic military road. It connects two important regions, Transylvania and Wallachia. So whether you're after an adventure or just want to soak in some incredible scenery, this road has something for everyone. Number 22, Khardung La Pass, India. Khardung La Pass is the ultimate test of bravery. Just don't forget your winter gear, because it gets frigid up. Located in India, a country famous for being both incredible and affordable for travelers, this pass is located just about 40 kilometers from Leh. It serves as a stunning gateway to the breathtaking Shoik and Nubra Valley. And guess what? It opened to the public back in 1976. Now, building this road wasn't just a walk in the park. It was really dangerous due to the extreme condition, and sadly, many workers lost their lives during its construction. But the challenges don't stop there. This pass endures bone-chilling temperatures that can drop to a staggering minus 40 degrees Celsius, and in the winter, it can receive up to 10 feet of snow. Now, do you think you are brave enough to be at the heights of Khardung? Number 23, Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. Guoliang Tunnel is a road that demands perfection from its drivers because just one small mistake could mean trouble. You can say it's one of the most famous tunnel roads in China. It has over 30 windows of various shapes and sizes that look out over the valley. These windows were originally used by the builders to clear out rubble but now let light into the tunnel. Some windows are round, others are square, and they come in all different sizes. While it's a fun fact that pictures of this tunnel are often mistaken for those of the Bolivian Yungas road, but now, after watching this video, you'll never mix them up again. Number 24, Pan American Highway, Costa Rica. Pan American Highway, where the scenery changes faster than you can say road trip. Well, this highway definitely connects many Pacific coastal countries in both North America and South America. But there's one tricky spot. That is a 100-kilometer stretch between Colombia and Panama, where you simply can't drive through. This gap makes the Pan American Highway the world's longest motorable road, according to Guinness World Record. As you travel along the Pan American Highway, you'll encounter a crazy variety of climates and ecosystems. Well, it's not just a road, it's a journey through some of the coolest places on Earth. Number 25, Col de Turini, France. If you are interested in auto racing, you might know that the Col de Turini is a star of the Monte Carlo Rally, which takes place every January. During this thrilling event, drivers face a tough 31-kilometer stage that climbs from La Baleine Vesuvier to the mountain pass and then descends to Sospel. But what makes this stage so exciting? It's known for its narrow roads and sharp hairpin turn, really testing the skills of the drivers. And in the past, racers tackled the pass at night, creating a spectacular scene with thousands of fans watching the cars illuminate the road with their headlight. This event was famously dubbed the Night of the Long Knife. But it's not just a haven for cars. Cyclists also adore the Col de Turini. So, whether you're behind the two wheels or on four wheel, the Col de Turini is the perfect destination for you. Number 26, Pikes Peak Highway, USA. The Pikes Peak Highway takes you on a wild 19-mile journey straight to the clouds. Yes, you heard that right. It's an incredible 19-mile toll road that takes you from Cascade, Colorado, all the way up to the summit of Pikes Peak, which stands tall at 14,115 feet. The road is typically open all year round, but be aware that winter can bring heavy snow, making it tough to keep it clear. Now, don't just sit there, go and make some road trip memory. Number 27, Hana Highway, Hawaii, USA. Who needs a theme park when you can drive the Hana Highway? It's got more twists, turns, and breathtaking views than you can handle. As you cruise along Hana Highway Route 360, get ready to cross 59 bridges, and let's not forget about the curve. There are about 620 of them. Most of the bridges along the highway were built way back in 1910, and nearly all of them are still standing strong. There is one bridge that suffered damage from erosion, but don't worry, it's been replaced with a temporary steel bridge put up by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. In August 2000, this highway was designated the Hana Millennium Legacy Trail by President Bill Clinton, starting in Paya. So now it's not just a pretty drive, it's a piece of history. Number 28. Eshima Ohashi Bridge, Japan. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge is here to prove that not all bridges are built the same, and this one has some serious steepness. At first glance, it looks pretty normal, but once you get closer, you'll see why it's scary. The slopes are steep, 6.1% on the Shimane side and 5.1% on the Tottori side. It's made of 250 meters of concrete in the middle, making it the world's third longest ramen bridge and the longest in Japan. The angle can be misleading, making it look like the bridge is infinite, and you might think cars will just fall off the top into the sea below. But don't worry, crossing this roller coaster of a bridge is free for cars, bicycles, and runners. Number 29. Killer Kishtwar Road. The Kishtwar to Killer Road is a narrow, winding adventure that'll make you question your life choices at every turn. It's not just a road, it's an adventure that'll get your heart racing. The road is filled with loose rocks, dirt, and the conditions can change in an instant, especially with the risk of landslide. One wrong move and you could be in serious trouble. This road is about 114 kilometers long and is located in the Kishtwar district, which makes it feel even more isolated. If your GPS suggests driving on this road, you might want to think twice. There are no guardrails, and when you look down, it feels like you're staring into the abyss. The surface is a mix of gravel, stones, and sand, and the road is carved right into the side of the cliff. Cars barely fit through the narrow passage, and the rocks hanging above can block your view of oncoming traffic. It's no surprise that many drivers have found themselves humbled by this road. So if you're a nervous driver or a novice, this isn't the place for you. Number 30. Trollstigen, Norway. If you're looking for an unforgettable driving experience, you can't miss Trollstigen or the Troll's Path in Norway. This road is one of the country's most popular spots, and the views from the top are absolutely amazing. The pass is only open for a few months each year, so plan your visit during that time. It's located on the scenic route between Åndalsnes and Geiranger, making it a great starting point for exploring the stunning Troll Mountain. As you get closer to the mountain, you might find it hard to believe that you can actually drive up there, but soon you'll see cars ahead of you, and the road will become clear. Honestly, this drive is on my bucket list, and that was it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell icon to get all our videos on time. Until next time.